tea is hot. Nigga, Kim and Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the gossip flow. The morning tea is your daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. Stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun. Pour a cup, let the chatter spree. Your morning fix is here with thee. Mika, Kim, and Rebecca agree. The morning tea is the place to be.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
The people, listen, y'all, I don't know why this live with StreamYard is up here. I don't know why it's up here.
I was wondering was there something new.
Yeah, I see it
that before. So I don't know. Y'all just gonna have to see me live at StreamYard today because we on the paid version. Matter of fact, we on the most expensive paid version. So we should not be.
They want their advertisement.
Oh my God, what is going on? But anyway, welcome to the Community Radio Show. It is Wednesday with your girl Mika Diamond. That's y'all cue. Y'all missed it. We all on the bus this morning. We on the short bus. It's all good.
I was tagging people. My bad.
The girl Miss Unmute.
And your favorite Miss Q.
No, what's up, y'all? Listen, we have been working extremely hard this week. So listen, I'm on the struggle bus this morning. I can't even lie. I'm on the struggle bus, getting it in. But if this is your first time tuning in to the Morning Tea Radio Show, we utilize this platform for businesses, entrepreneurs, those who are wanting to grow and enlarge your network and territory. We also have morning tea topics. And these are things that happen each and every day. And we always like to say they're adult conversations because we keep it 100. We keep it real. We keep it authentic for those who are tuned in and who are watching. So we are grateful that y'all are joining us this morning on this Wednesday morning, the last Wednesday of Black History Month. So let's give a round of applause for the history.
Yes.
History. Excited about what the culture is doing. But listen, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping, and we're going to get a little bit more into that in a minute. However, ladies, what did y'all do over the weekend? How are y'all?
I had a date.
You did? She had a date. And her date was about 2 feet tall.
2 feet tall. That's the only short man I'm gonna be dating.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And what about you, Rebecca? What you do over the weekend?
I did taxes, and I did spend time with my grandbabies as well. So that was such a treat. And do taxes all at the same time.
Listen, the taxes got you in knee deep. My girl, all the smoke. All the smoke. So speaking of smoke, Rebecca, what is up with this fight that happened with the people in the tax office last week? Because baby, listen, when I saw the fight and the wig came off and the shirt came off, I said, oh my God, what is happening with the tax folks?
You know, and I say, ain't nobody perfect. I get it. Yeah. I get it. I ain't judging. Stuff happen. Y'all, tax time is one of the most stressful times of the year for most. However, we too old and too grown. First of all, stuff is gonna happen, but what you're not gonna do is stream me carrying on like that.
Yeah,
you're not gonna put that for everybody to see. With me carrying on that.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh yeah,
it was a bit much. It was a bit much, and I was shocked. I didn't know what people were talking about. And then I was just like, okay, what's going on? Y'all, this thing is like really bugging me, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out after the show because I don't want to concentrate. So y'all just going to miss my ponytail today. And it's all right. It's all right.
It's okay.
So what did I do over the weekend? So this weekend, we actually had Stay Lit in 26 in the DFW area. We had some awesome speakers. Shout out to Rebecca, Miss Unmute, who was there. We also had Chica, who is in the DFW area, as well as LaQuentin Jenkins, who flew in to talk about credit and funding. And we had an intimate working session, which one of the biggest things that I have gotten feedback on is they enjoyed the actual work through the sessions and not just speaking. They actually were able to do the work. So stay tuned. We got much more that's happening in the fall. Right now, I'm just concentrating on building relationships. And so also want to give a shout out to DFW Women's Club, Mary Beth, who is the coordinator for the Aloft Hotel, who definitely did an amazing job with making sure we were prepared. We had everything that we needed to be functional. The front desk was very helpful, and it was just a good day to just be in the room. Short period of time, but we had so much, a wealth of knowledge. And so appreciate everybody for doing that. So y'all, I wanted to talk about this stuff that's happening in Mexico. This stuff that's happening in Mexico messed up my whole idea of going out of the country in June for our honeymoon. David was like, we're not going nowhere. We're not going anywhere. So, yes, sweetie, I know the banner is up and I don't know how to get it off. So we just gonna rock with it today. I'm getting messages.
Like banner.
I don't know where it came from. I've never even seen it before. That's
never been on there. Yeah.
I've never seen it before. So I don't know. But I appreciate you. But yes. So what is happening in Mexico, y'all? What is going on?
They got the man out there. So they say.
Yeah.
And they tearing up, burning up stuff.
In the cartel. It's always some kind of cartel beef or mess or whatever going on. And I think, do y'all believe what they say? Like, I know it happens, but do y'all ever believe what they say about how things are put out to distract as a distraction?
Yeah.
Do y'all believe that?
Yeah. Get your mind off of what's really going on.
Like, it's always something. And then we just had this huge thing with the tariffs last week with our president that took place Friday. But this is my thing. Why don't the United States stay out of other folks' business, though?
Girl,
we always.
Why are we involved over there? And that does not concern us at all. Why?
People,
we always dipping in other folks' business. Leave people to work on their own stuff. Now you got people over there that's in hotels and resorts. And I had some people literally and prayerfully, I had some people that were over there. One of them was in Puerto Vallarta, and they have military surrounding their resort to where you can't even enjoy because you can't go outside. Like you scared to go outside. They got the streets blocked off. And then who's to say? Because I know, and I don't know if anybody has had this experience, but I went to the Dominican one time, long time ago, with some of my girlfriends, and it was during a time where it was some stuff going on. I had nothing to do with the US, but it was some things that were going on that they said that were unsafe. And so we was kind of like looking at people like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, what you doing in here in the resort? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
give me 50 feet.
It was so uncomfortable to be there because you don't know who is who. People may have been acting rude towards us, and we had no idea why they were acting a certain type of way. And so you just are on P's and Q's, which is not really good.
No.
So David told me, no, we're not going nowhere. We're staying in the country because of what's going on. So definitely praying for those that are there. Hopefully you have made it back to the States by now, and that you were able to arrive. I know T Cake, who was my first radio show host, she's actually on a cruise. She sings on cruise ships, and so she was actually in Cozumel, but she did do video coverage and saying that she was okay, but it was on the other side of where she was that the things were going on. But you just never know. And so just praying that everybody make it back home safely.
Amen.
And you were able to enjoy the time that you were there. So let's give some shout out. Shout out to Diane that is rocking with us on this morning.
Hey, big sis.
Good morning, Diane.
Hey.
We also got Marcy Jackson in the building.
Marcy.
T. Low Hendricks is rocking with us on this morning, and Trina is in the building.
Trina.
All right.
David says we're gonna be David, not Austin. We won't go to Austin. but we'll go somewhere, but it won't be Austin. Yeah. So y'all, so we're gonna get into this commercial break, and when we come back, we got some entertainment news. We got the tea gossip segment of the show, so don't go nowhere. We got an amazing guest that we're going to bring up when we come back. We're gonna do a soft intro before we get in all her business on the morning radio. So you guys don't go nowhere. Stay right there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now it's time for entertainment news, the tea gossip segment, right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So we're going to welcome to the show. She is no stranger to the Morning Tea Radio Show. She has been on one of my first guests when I started about 9 years ago. She's no stranger to those in the city of Houston and as well as entertainment. So we're going to rock her, bring her to the stage, Miss Dr. Michelle D. Saxton.
Hello, family. Hello. How you all doing?
All her business on this bun she got.
Baby, it's early. It's early.
But you woke up like that. You look, whenever I talk to her, I do like this here, baby. You know what that means.
I told her we're gonna do a whole training session on this bun that she got on her head.
Because it is laid. I love it.
Thank you.
But thank you so much for rocking with us on this morning. We're gonna get for the people who don't know you, they will know you before the end of the show today. But it is an entertainment news segment of the show, which is we talk about all things entertainment. And I got a morning tea letter this morning. I had some other stuff, but because we're going to have a great show, great conversation, I didn't want to use it so much on other people. So listen, y'all. So here's a morning tea letter. Dear Morning Tea, my late husband was ill for 6 years. He experienced some dementia. He wasn't able to work, and our life together changed a lot. I focused on supporting him through his decline until he eventually ended his own life. After his death, I discovered several secrets. He hadn't been honest about his medical condition, possibly out of shame or because he wanted to protect us from the seriousness. There were also secrets about his family he may have been ashamed about. He also changed his estate plan without telling me. These secrets and betrayals show he wasn't thinking about the impact of his death upon me, and they have made me question my beliefs about our marriage. I know his decisions weren't about my worthy. They were about his fear, shame, and illness, and preoccupation with other family issues. But I can't tell any of this to people because I want to preserve our adult children's love and respect for their father. Also, I don't want to deal with other people trying to understand this crazy situation. This feels so unfair, and I may never be able to trust again. Do you have any advice? Keep secrets in New Orleans. That's who it's from. Keep secrets in New Orleans. So, I mean... Ooh. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because she finding out things in death, and so sorry that he ended his own life. Number one.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? I know, Michelle, you deal with grief and all the things. So what advice would you give her?
You know, sometimes we have to go back and revisit, even if it is a secret.
Yeah.
In order to heal completely. A lot of times people say, oh, don't worry about your past. Don't go back to your past. Look forward. But I honestly believe in order for us to get clarity, in order for us to get closure, we will have to revisit that thing that hurt us the most, right? We have to pinpoint that particular thing where the hurt began in order to go forward, to know how to deal with that thing here on out. I would tell her for sure she has so many layers. First of all, from helping a person, it says to death do you part through sickness and health. But how many of us really sign up for that? These days, weddings and marriages and all of that, they just want the wedding, not the marriage of it all, right? So when things start looking dim and grim, you'll know who really showed up when things start getting out of alignment, right? So she had layers of things. First the sickness, and then the him taking his own life, and then finding all of these things after the fact. That was like layers and layers and layers of hurt, right? But I honestly think in order for her to move forward, she's going to have to in order to navigate through the hurt, even not saying not remember it, but to know how to handle it from this point on, she's gonna have to first get a made up mind to go lay on somebody's couch, right?
Yeah.
Get the therapy and to learn how to use the resources to now make her be able to go forward in that thing. You know, it's hurtful. And guess what? Even with our secrets, excuse me, in the closet, in order for you to be real with yourself, in order for you to totally heal, you may just have to tell somebody, you know what looked like this outside, it really was this, and it hurt like hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we want things private. We want what mama and them said back in the day to stay back there. But in order for you to be healed and be good for somebody else, especially if you have kids, even I don't care, my child almost 35 years old. If I see something that's in my life that's gonna hinder her from growing, guess what? I would dig deep from my toes all the way up through my mouth to explain to her my decisions and whether they were right or wrong to keep something from her. So she's going to have to really dig deep in order to get through those things, right? And be able to one day be able to come out and just tell the things so everything will be out in the open.
Yeah.
And she can heal.
Yeah. I agree. What you say, Kimmy Kim?
I agree with the things Michelle said. But I also want to say keeping secrets, they are very hurtful. And my heart goes out to her. And it has caused, even though he's gone, it has caused damage to her because she said that, you know, she wouldn't be able to trust again. And Miss Kim gonna just say this, baby. That's why you need to investigate people that you're dating. You cannot take them for their face, for their mouth value on what they say. And it's sad. It's really sad. You know, them family secrets, relationship secrets, they cause a lot of damage. And obviously there's nothing that you can do about it. And so you have to that's deep. I'm sitting here. I'm kind of mad for you because I know you're probably going through all the emotions and everything, and it doesn't seem fair. It's like, you know, I thought you loved me, and this is what I find out after you're gone. And you know, I've given you all these years of my life,
right,
to realize that you didn't even really care about me. You know, even in your passing. So much prayer to you. Yeah, I mean that this is a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
But y'all stop keeping them secrets. Like, stop doing that. That's why I tell you, stop lying. Just like stop. Just
yeah. You got to do, like Marcy said, a background check. You have to.
You got to
background check. But then, you know, there are some things, because if we can be honest, there may be some things with your significant other or your spouse that happened in the past that it may not come out. Like there may be a deep buried secret that they felt like it wasn't a need to share because that's old. You know, that's something that's old. And who would have ever thought? Or here's another thing: time may have ran out. Maybe they have been battling wanting to share whatever it was, but the timing just wasn't right for them to share that. And now you at and I don't know the reason of why they killed themselves or whatever the case may be, but you just never know what people are dealing with buried up underneath. So first they need, like Michelle, lay on the couch and be able to put it into, or bring yourself to a mental space for you to be able to share some things. Because I gotta be honest, I mean, we all can be honest. There's some things that if we have a significant other, there's some things that you may have gone through that you felt like it wasn't necessary for you to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't know the extent of the secrets either.
Yeah,
you know, there were things that were said, but what you feel may be major may not have been that major to him. You know?
And I think everybody should have, in a relationship, I think you should have, when you're dating, you should have those deep and hard conversations.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you may be a person, well, I'm not so concerned about your past, but I would like to know, you know, you got anybody looking for you, you know?
Well, people tell you what they want you to
Exactly. So it opens up a lot of stuff, you know, and yes, the past is the past, but some of that past, we need to talk about it. Yeah. Because if I got to deal with you and some mental things, I need to know that, you know, and I experienced that, and y'all hear about that later. But, you know, you ain't got to go all the way back to how like you used to fight in third grade. But I'm just saying things that, you know, that could be detrimental and hurtful. Yes. Like,
I totally agree. Things that could alter us at this point. Things that could be a barrier on our relationship.
Absolutely.
You should feel safe enough to have those type of conversations. Totally agree. Absolutely. Totally agree. Well, you have gotten a lot of insight. Prayerfully, the things that I mentioned, you go to counseling as well and learn how to navigate through those feelings, through those emotions, because like Michelle said, you have so many layers to what it is that you have to bring the light and to shed, you know, and pull back. And then even and learning some things about yourself, learning some things. We put it underneath the rug though, because you'll take those things into your next relationship that has absolutely nothing to do with the next person. So hopefully, prayerfully, that helped. But we're going to get into a commercial break. And when we come back, we got Miss Unmute Rebecca that's going to have her unmute segment. So don't go nowhere, y'all. Stay right there.
I know you're going to dig this.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's your girl, Rebecca, the Unmute Yourself Queen. Let me ask you a question. Do you find yourself shrinking inside of rooms that you are meant to command? And do you ask yourself, why does this keep happening? Well, stay tuned for my upcoming segment, Unmute Yourself, and you'll see why, and get tips on how to change that. Stay tuned.
Hey, I just can't. I can hear
that. Keep playing.
No. Hello, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. So today's unmute segment is The Crown Exposes Who You Really Are. So I want everyone to angle this emotionally. Pressure doesn't create character. It just reveals it. When you elevate, you see who claps, you see who competes, and who quietly resents. Sometimes you have to step back and say, no, it's not me. That is really happening. Some people don't hate you. They just hate that you survived what they thought would break you.
Wow.
And you sometimes have to talk about the loneliness of growth. Sometimes growth can be very lonely, but you do it anyway. Outgrowing familiar support. Sometimes the things that you think is support is really just somebody latching on to go where you're heading to. Sometimes you have to cut that off. Cut it off.
Yeah.
I mean, why unmuting sometimes costs you access? Because sometimes when you start speaking up on saying those certain things about people latching on or not supporting how they should, that makes them feel away, and they kind of release their self for you. So in this new year of unmuting, remember, pay attention to the things that are very visible. They're right there in front of you, and do what needs to be done, and unmute and move forward. That's my segment for the day.
That's it.
Oh my God, that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Always preaching early in the morning.
I know. Getting it in. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into this short music break, and when we come back, we got Dr. Michelle Saxton. We're gonna talk to her about her amazing journey, as well as we got a morning tea topic. Let me tell you our morning tea topic: women and silent rivals. The conversation nobody admits you can say. Sometimes jealousy doesn't come out loud. It comes out in silence. Side comments or fake support. So we're going to talk about that. Y'all do not go nowhere. We're going to get into this quick short break, and then we'll be back with Dr. Michelle D. Saxton.
Down in the water. I went down there, it was cold. Chill took over my body. Not my soul. Came up and nothing changed. I felt the same until I opened my mouth and said, God, clean me out. Hey. You saw the me that you created from day one, and I'm grateful, so grateful, because I was out there. Because I was dirty. You shot me out the bed. Because I was dirty. Walking around thinking dirty. Say you Russian roulette with your mercy. Can I say
All right, y'all. So we are back on the Morning Tea Radio Show. If you are just now tuning in, thank you. Share the live, comment, engage. We would love to hear from you during the show. But we got an amazing guest today. So get ready to be inspired. Joining us as we have the Dr. Michelle D. Saxton, who is a dynamic entrepreneur, grief coach, and media powerhouse. She is the owner and host of the Now What with Mia talk show, where real conversations spark healing and transformation. As a CEO of Mia Savvy Courier Service, she leads with excellence in business, and her impact in the community has earned her the honor of a day in the city of Houston. Crowned Miss Texas Plus America in 2022, Dr. Saxton continues to empower, uplift, and serve with purpose. Y'all, welcome to the Morning Tea. Not one time, but two times, but probably like a fifth time. Dr. Michelle D. Saxton. Good morning.
Hello, ladies. Hello. How are you all doing today?
We are doing great.
You all. I don't know where y'all get this energy at 7:00, 6:30, 5:00. I'm like, where you get the energy? And Kim, I don't care what time of the day, baby, you bring it. I just get the energy from you. I said, I got to be more like her.
She have listen, and it be on at 5:00 in the morning when Kim text in the group text.
That's a blessing, though. That's a blessing.
Like I'm glad to get up, baby. I'm glad to get up, you know.
I got it.
But thank you so much for joining us on this morning. We are going into Women's History Month, and what better way to end February going into a month of women pushing women to grow and be their authentic selves. So tell us, how did you become a grief? How did you start off with grief and then starting the Now What show with Mia?
You know, it went back as far as 2002 when my dad passed. My mom passed away in 2000. I'm sorry, let me go back. My dad passed in 2000. My mom passed away in 2002. My husband was killed in a car accident 2004. So every 2 years, my heavy hitters was taken away from me. And for 4 years, I just went around the world thinking the world owed me something, mad at God. And a lot of people don't understand when a person say they was mad at God, because who does that? Yeah, I was mad at God. And in my book, it tells you, I says particularly I was mad as hell at him because I woke up and went to sleep with these people. I probably discussed the same conversations with them the same days or whatever, but they were taken away from me. I promised God after 4 years and saying, you know what, I have a 14-year-old girl at the time when her dad passed away. This is not how you result in handling disappointments. Although mine wasn't crack or none of that, I did wild out, and I'm just being truth because the truth shall set you free. My potion a while, and I wasn't like I said, going to drugs or whatever, but because I thought I was in control of it, didn't realize, you was doing the most and doing what the typical man would do. I'll call you, you don't call me, you leave your toothbrush here, none of that, no toothbrush, no socks, no shoes here. I'll call you when I want you. So that was my to go to and filling a void, listen. So and I went on to getting the help, like I was saying in the last segment with the young lady, because I knew I didn't want my 13-year-old daughter seeing me with any swinging doors and letting her know for sure this is not how the world operates or shouldn't be. So I went and got the help. And that segment of, or that feeling of being boxed and feeling in bondage, not even want to pull the covers from over your head, feeling like you haven't even brushed your teeth, combed your hair. I promised God if He'll allow me to get out this situation, I will create a platform for people who know what grief, anxiety, and depression, all three that I experience, would look like. We could be talking and chopping it up in 1 minute, and the same minute we'll drop some tears because That's just how grief works. It doesn't have a time limit. It doesn't have a particular place where it's going to happen. We right now, if I'm thinking about it, I can drop some tears now, right? And I just wanted people to be amongst each other who knew what that looks like. So that's how I found form Mia's Missing in Action Grief Support. And for you all don't know where Mia came from, I never used Mia in life until the transaction of God revealing what my purpose was. So Mia was my childhood nickname. Never did I use it. Just my dad called me Mia or Mimi. And I said from this point on, when branding and wanting to be something or give back, Mia was my brand name. And that's where the Missing in Action came from and the grief support. And I said, okay, people have grieved. They know what the grieving process is. They know how to get in contact with me if they're still grieving or whatever. Now, the excuse me, the Now What show with Mia. It was Mia and Mr. B at first,
Right.
and Mr. B is doing some amazing things now. But it was Mia and Mr. B, but how that transferred over. I said, okay, they know where to come for grief. Now we'll talk about people who have grieved and are doing something with their grief. The pain that hurt them the most, that now they can help somebody else and have been able to look in that thing and say, God, you know what? This was bigger than me. It wasn't all about me. This is to help somebody else. So that's where Missing in Action grief support came from, and also the Now What show with Mia for those who are now working in their purpose from their pain. Okay.
Let me ask you this. So you went through it yourself, and
Mhm.
you did the work yourself before sharing your platforms and before opening up opportunities for other people to look at you as an example, as a testimony.
Mhm.
Now, I want to ask you this based on your daughter. So for one, how did you sweep it up underneath the rug so that she didn't? And what were some of the things that you did? Because oftentimes, and not just with losing somebody,
Mhm.
oftentimes when we're going through things, especially women, that's what we do, and men, sweep it up underneath the rug and feel like it's just gonna go away. So tell us, what were the strategies that you used in order to make sure that you got on the other side of what you were grieving and the loss and all of the things?
Yeah. So if you have kids, by any means necessary, even in your craziness, if you're really pulling and grasping from your bootstraps to hang on and hold on, that's what I had to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And God allowed me to see that, this is not how you was raised.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, I had three sisters that came and knocked on my door one Sunday at 8 o'clock in the evening because I had lost the car.
Mm-hmm.
I had lost the house. And mind you, was working every day of the week with the police department, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in grief, if you don't get the help, grief can become ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, grief can become ratchet. Grief will have you doing some things know that you wasn't raised to do. I started losing things. They came knock on the door. It wasn't to demean, it wasn't to make me feel bad, but they came in hopes of finding out or how they can help me navigate what is going on, because they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You working every day, you losing stuff. What is going on? You can put on your stilettos and get
Yeah.
out there to the
Yeah.
world and mask everything that everything is all right, but behind the scenes, you're not yourself. So
Yeah.
it took people that genuinely care about you to be
Uh-huh.
around, to see even in the stinks, they can call you out or pull you to the side, say, hey baby, you know what,
Yeah.
I heard you say something and I'm trying to see how we can help you with that. So it's going to take that. And as far as my daughter, I just knew, because her and her dad was this type of person. Even after that, I found myself competing with the dead. And when
Mm.
I said that, when I say that, it's because she can bet her eyelashes.
Mm-hmm.
And if he didn't get it that day, by the end of the week, she would have it. So it felt like even after their support was gone, now I still got to compete even in my hurt to make sure she's good. So for sure I didn't bring men around her, but for when I'm talking about going into that space of trying to fill a void, I knew within myself, this is not what's up.
Yeah.
You know, this is not, my family was marriage, relationships. It wasn't, I call you when I want you.
Right.
And oftentimes we find ourselves doing that, trying to fill voids in other ways. And sometimes we get in our mind, oh, I ain't smoking crack, so this is all right. I ain't doing this, so this all right. No, anything that's out of character for you, it needs to be brought to your attention. So I tried to do all those things to help preserve my daughter. And thank God, because she didn't go looking for love in all the wrong places. I can honestly say that I even quit my job with the police department. Not taking a leave of absence. I quit. Now, what kind of, so that tells you right there, I wasn't grieving properly. You quit your job after 15 years. In my mind, it was to spare her. I'm working at night. She don't have nobody to take care of her. Not having doors going in and out. Her seeking for love. But God saw it all. He protected us, and he protected my daughter. And I thank my sisters for even caring enough to come and see what was going on with me. Not to diminish my womanhood, but to see how they could be of a help to keep going.
Navigate, to help you.
That's good to have a support system.
And you need that village. You need that. It's important to have an accountability partner. Partners. It's important to have those around you that love you enough to even come to you and open up and share. Okay, this is not your life. This is a moment that you're going through. And so since you're going through it, let me peel back the layers and tell you what this looks like from our eyesight. Because sometimes you're caught into things and you don't know what you look like. And so you need people to say, okay, no, that's not you. You're digging a deeper hole for yourself. And we know that it's going to be harder for you to come out of the hole. So let's correct this right now where it is, right? Definitely want to give a shout out to my cousin all the way in Georgia who is rocking with us on this morning, and Marva who's out of Oklahoma. So we definitely appreciate you. We appreciate you. But we got so much more that we're going to talk about. We want Michelle to tap in onto this conversation that we're getting ready to have as well. So when we come back, we got Miss Kim with her segment with the Ruffle Her Feathers, and then we're going to talk more because Michelle is also a queen. She was crowned, and I had the opportunity to witness that ceremony. So we're going to talk about that within our conversation of our morning tea topic, because it's important. It's important when the crown shifts or if the crown falls off on the ground, or even if it tilts. It's important for us as women. It's important for us to have those people around us. So we're going to talk more about that, as well as her courier service, when we get into the next segment. So you guys do not go nowhere. We go and come back with Miss Kim.
Hey, it's your favorite Miss Kim on the Morning Tea Radio Show. Coming up next, let me ruffle your feathers. Stay put now. Don't go nowhere.
Hey, peeps. Wake up. Wake up. Keep your eyes on the road. I'm going to be real quick because we got the queen in the house this morning. Y'all know I'm all about kind, love, and hopefully some of y'all did that mirror check on last week. If y'all missed last week, go back and listen to it and ask yourself, did you do the mirror check? But I'm going to be real quick. On today, I just want to say, stop trying to fix people when we all need to be fixed.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to say that again. Stop trying to fix people when we all need to be fixed. Okay? Case in point, if somebody posts something on Facebook and you think it's talking about you, check yourself. Don't get offended. Just check yourself. It might be you. If not, keep scrolling. Okay? If you don't like the post, the energy, unfriend yourself. I love when people unfriend, So be kind. Check yourself, look in the mirror, and I love y'all. And another thing, I'm gonna say this too. Be you. Stop copying people. Stop being a copycat. Stay in your lane, what God has purposed for you to do. If you don't know what that is, get on your knees, get in the closet, figure it out, okay? Because you cannot be an imitator of someone else. You got to be you, okay?
Absolutely.
You can't carry Miss Kim energy, baby, because you'll get tired after 30 minutes, all right? Because I'm working out as we sit here. You see what I'm saying? Getting the steps in. But I love y'all. Be kind. Check yourself, and we all need fixing. I love y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to the
clock it.
Let me hit it again. Boom. Boom. That was Miss Kim, and Miss Kim will ruffle your feathers, but we love it because she wakes up, as Marva said, and she allows us to look internally, and check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Before you wreck.
Listen, our morning tea topic, and if you haven't witnessed a morning tea topic, this is a time in the show where we talk about things. We pour the tea, and the tea may be hot, it may be steaming or whatever, but it's an authentic conversation, and we always say, you just never know when an experience will knock on your door. And so we discuss these things. We talk about the things that people don't want to talk about. So our morning tea topic today is women and silent rivalries. The conversation nobody admits. Sometimes jealousy doesn't come out loud. It comes out in silence. The side comments, the fake support. What do you think women struggle to admit, or why do you think they struggle with admitting jealousy? So let's talk about it, y'all. Because we know we have these silent killers, right? Yeah. We have the people that are poking the holes in the same boat that we all riding in. We have those that are upset because your light may be shining a little bit more than them. Whatever the case may be. And as Kim talked about, be yourself. Be yourself. Yeah. You don't have to be a shade. Be your own light. I always say, the Lord gives us all light. You all are filled with his light. So how can you showcase it here on earth? How can you do that? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Michelle. The silent rivalries. I know we have them in media. I know we have them in business. I know we have. Let's talk about people. Open dialogue about that. Michelle just shaking her head. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Oh, Jesus, help us all.
I guess this can be somehow resolved if you know who you are and whose you are. I guess this could be resolved if you put in the works as well.
Yeah.
This can probably be resolved if there is something someone is doing and you have the desire to do it.
Yeah.
Go to them and ask them, even if they give you a side eye, at least you know that you went with a genuine heart to ask them, how did something start, or your interest in something.
Yeah.
A lot of times, it's just not, I think this goes back deeply within yourself. You're not knowing who you are, right?
Yeah.
You want to be so many things. And like Mr. B used to always say, social media can make everybody look like they got an S on their chest.
Okay.
You better say it.
Everybody, and they don't post the things that the hell they done went through. They show up with the diamonds, with the Ferraris, with the Boo and Bay trips. That's giving the impression of what their life looks like. Sometimes we are grabbing onto that.
Yeah.
And like you say, these are things possibly that they want for themselves, but because it's you.
Yeah.
How was she? I remember going back, working for the police department. We all doing our little thing. I mentioned one time, my husband got us a washer and dryer. It's the double blah, 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 just went on. How you get that? Like, we don't work every day. No, the words was how you was able to afford that.
That's not your business, boo.
And furthermore, instead of the question being, how did you get that? But I need one of those. Can you assist me
It's the delivery. It's the delivery.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper where you can't have it.
Right.
If you need assistance, and I think that's one of the issues as well. Like, it's not. I know myself. I know Michelle. I know Kim. I know Rebecca. We aren't gatekeepers of how we gotten things, right? We want to celebrate you for. I don't care if your washer and dryer was dripping with gold.
Yeah.
Girl, how did you get that? Because I need to give me one too. It may not be dripping with gold, but I need a washer and dryer.
Yeah. and
the water work and the agitator. That's all, baby.
So, Julie, and I just think this comes with maturity. That's the bottom line. Finding your own self, what your self is, and just like Kim saying, being yourself. It's so hard to try to duplicate other people. It takes too much energy. Kim said 30 minutes of her trying to duplicate her. It was 5 minutes of you, Kim. My ass was wore out. Do you hear me? So no, I couldn't be you.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, it's the maturity of it. And it's sad that we are still at 50, 60, 70 years old doing this amongst us, you know. And when we're talking about fixing other women crown, you ain't even got to tell the world, you know, she did this and I came behind her. No, because if you're doing it from a genuine space, you just tilt that thing right. So your sister can walk in glory and happiness and all her truths and all the things that God called her to be, that she still don't know that that's what God called her to be, because you can see it. Yeah. You can see inside.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Rebecca?
Yeah, and I say that. I say that all the time. I say I'm one of those women that I'm going to fix your crown and not let the world know it was crooked in the first place. A lot of us, it's never going to be, a lot of y'all, I'm not going to say us because I do not do that, but a lot of y'all, it's never going to be your turn because you can't clap for others when it's not your turn. You can't clap for them when it's their turn. Like the saying, clap like it's you. So many find that so hard to do. And that's why it'll never be your turn, because you can't celebrate those when they're in their willing season.
That's it.
I clap louder for people than they clap for themselves. I have celebrated people with my lights being off, just in the dark, just
go girl, go boy, go girl, go boy.
Yeah.
So it's like we as women got to do better with that. And it just upsets me because I see it. I see the shade. I see the little comments and the this and that. And sometimes, y'all, the worst part about it is sometimes the shade comes from the people that know where you came from.
Yeah.
Know that you got it out the mud. Know that you work for everything. And and it comes from them because they don't want to get up off their tail and try to make something out of what they have. And so they want to, it's easy for them to sit and, oh, girl, you doing that too? You doing that too? So, clap
and
like you.
Yeah. I used to get that all the time.
Clapping. That fake clapping. Don't be fake clapping, baby. Because that ain't going to last. I see you. I see you, baby.
The little.
Oh, that's good.
But here's the thing.
You. Oh, congratulations, girl, boy.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I believe and the real you is gonna show up.
Exactly.
Right? You're only gonna be able to do it for so long. And if you're like me, let me tell you, I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else. However, for me, I see right through you.
Yes.
Like, when I pray and God knows, I ask the Lord to reveal to me, to give me discernment. And when I mean discernment of people, I ask him, I tell him, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And if they come in my way, Lord, turn them around and let me see who they are. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that, and I want to make sure that I want to make sure that it's in pursuit of permission with God, that we are supposed to be aligned in whatever capacity that looks like. I have been in too many situations where I have overpoured because I want other people to succeed. I want you to grow. I want you to, whatever goal it is that you have. Until now, I'm a little selfish. I'm selfish with me. And I'm selfish with who I allow into my space. I'm selfish with who I'm assigned to. And if God don't say that you need to be aligned with this specific person, I got tired of bumping in my head and him telling me that wasn't who you were supposed to be aligned with. And so I'm gonna show you who they really are. So now you get that sucker punch in your stomach, so you'll know, okay, no, you don't need to be connected to them. Because like our hearts want us to align with people because we want to see people succeed. Yeah. We want them like-minded people. So now I'm like, Lord, when you reveal it to me, if I'm around somebody and I'm feeling, I don't know what it is, and many people will tell you, I don't know what it is right now, but something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
Later, something ain't right shows up.
It shows up.
It shares, and it tells me, okay, no, it's not supposed to be. But I don't understand why the silent. I would rather you be a straight shooter.
Yeah.
And tell me, oh, I don't want to rock with you like that.
Yeah.
Rather than you, like Kim say, you fake clapping over there, you poking holes in the boat. Like I would just rather. And for me, I'm a cut off queen. If I cut you off, that's a wrap.
Cut. And I had somebody to tell me that, and I couldn't do nothing but respect it. I had somebody tell me that you know, I stopped rocking with you because you too ambitious. You make other people feel like, you know, they not doing enough. You know, and at first it bothered me. I'm like, God, I'm just trying to act making it. I'm not trying to do. But then after a while, when I was unmuted, girl, oh well, you ain't doing enough. That's your problem.
Right. Because I'm not stopping. I'm not about to be in the shadow. I'm not about to be in the shadow. What about you, Kim? And then I want to
listen, I done said my spiel. I feel like this. Baby, at this big old beautiful age that the Lord has allowed me to live, baby, let me tell you, it's not that I don't care, but y'all know I'll point about myself, okay? And I love congratulating, encouraging. I love shouting people out. That's nothing fake about me. You know, y'all go ahead and do the investigation on me. That's who I've been. You see what I'm saying? I am a natural encourager, motivator. Like, girl, go ahead. Because I look at it like this. I'm next. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You know, if what's for me, it's for me. So all the low-key shade, and sometimes I would tell, I think I told all of y'all this. Some people that say, oh, I'm so proud of you. I be like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't say that.
Right coming from you.
Yeah, because it's like you don't even know me. Like this ain't my first rodeo, baby. Just look me up, Google me something, whatever. Stay tuned to what's coming next, okay? But you got to be careful with some people. And like I said, you can't continue to put on mask. You know what I'm saying? Because one day you're gonna walk out the house and forget to put it on. Okay, it's just like I'm not good with wearing wigs. Baby, I walked out the house one day and forgot to put the darn thing on. Got in the car. I said, "Lord, I ain't got my wig on," so that didn't work for me. Okay, so be who you are, people. Just love yourself. And if it's something about, I'm gonna say for me, if it's something about me that you like Kim, how you got so much energy, baby? DM me, text me, call me, and I'm gonna tell you. Don't let me pop up and see you trying to act like Miss Kim, because then I'm gonna have a problem. Okay, because I'm gonna have a problem with you. I'd rather you just say, you know what, girl, where you get your energy? Is it the chia seeds you eating? What you doing over there? Let's have a conversation. But don't try to imitate anybody, including me. Okay.
I love y'all. I mean, because you, like I said, you have your own light, and if you don't know what that light is, ask God to reveal it to you. If you are unsure about your purpose, about what you're supposed to be doing in the world. And a lot of times, and I'm gonna just say this, and then I'm gonna ask Michelle. A lot of times, you haven't gotten, like Rebecca said, you haven't gotten to where God wants you to be because there's so much that needs to be internally fixed.
Exactly.
Like, you have hate in your heart. Your heart is not open. There's some things, and I've said this, and I've shared this when speaking. There are some things. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy because we need to clean up some stuff. That we need to clean up internally. And you're praying. You're wanting your business to be here. You're wanting to be connected to this person. You want to meet this person. You want to have stability. You want to have the man of your dreams and who you desire. but there's still some things that needs to be fixed internally.
Right.
So maybe do a self-reflection. Ask the Lord, what is it that I need to fix internally so that I can be able to sustain where you're taking me, so I can have stewardship of where you are taking me. And so some of these things we are delayed because there's some things that needs to be fixed internally. There's some people that's in your circumference within your circle that you need to release before he takes you to wherever it is that he's wanting to take you to.
That's
so
another one.
Sometimes, and it was me. There were some things, I promise you, there were some things internally that I had to deal with, me and God one-on-one. I had to deal with him in order for me to be ready for when David came, right? That need to be fixed. There were some selfish things that I had to release, and some people that I had to release before I got to where I am. So I encourage y'all to be able to stop saying that people are wrong. See what's wrong with you first. Wreck yourself before you wreck yourself. See what's wrong with you before you have the expectation that God is just supposed to just put it in your hands. When there's some things, if you got envy in your heart, if you don't want to open up and connect with people, if you're selfish, if you don't want to invest in your business, invest in the education, you want all of these things, but you're not working towards those things by allowing God to feed you with whatever it is that he wants to, because you need to understand what's happening internally, right? And so just wanted to say that. But Michelle, you have a crown. You got a crown that was given to you. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, there was some shifts when you received that crown. And so I want to talk to you about that, because even if it wasn't to the capacity of envy or, how is it wearing a crown and the change from who you were then, not saying that you just changed into a whole new person, but let's talk about the shift when you actually won the crown in 2022.
For me, I don't know if you all remember MySpace, but MySpace. It went back all the way to MySpace, and when I was 340 pounds, my ministry in my heart was still to show women and even at that size how they could dress or whatever without feeling like they have to be provocative in order to be seen. That was always my ministry on the platform. Fast forward how I got into the pageant. Thank you, Bianca. She's always trying to dig up something. Whatever y'all see, Bianca is the backstory of it. She always trying to push me. Although she knew that I had that ministry of showing women how they can dress, how they can look presentable, still having confidence or whatever. She said, Mama, guess what? I said, what, Bianca? I did something. I said, what you did? I signed you up for Miss Plus America, Miss Plus Texas. I said, you did what? Going through that, we was told, be already in your mind that you're not going to win. So they tell you that so you can work harder to win, right? So it was my first time being in a pageant. I won Miss Texas Plus America 22. After that, it just gave me a reassurance. Not, even though in your best confident self, there's still a little nudge saying, am I still that person? Am I still able to fall through? Am I still this? That just re-enhanced my confidence level that I was comfortable at, to remind me I can do all things through Christ. That was at 52 years old that I won that, right? So me being able to do that, and in that stream, you had people, that's so good, thank you. You're doing this and blah, blah, blah. But was it really genuine? I'm Mika. Me and Mika looking at right here. It don't take a whole months of conversation. I can see you bringing your representative 5 minutes after we having a conversation. Okay, I know if you up on game or you just chopping your lips, right? So I had all of that, but still you have to go high, like Michelle Obama say. And all the times you wasn't in that space to be able to go high because you really want to tell them how you feel.
Yeah.
So when you're in the space of doing things great, now you got this crown, and what that crown represents, you got to pull yourself 50 feet back because you can't lash out because, oh, you wearing this crown, you supposed to be a representation of this, you doing that. But I can say it allowed me to go through doors confidently. Whether I was in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans, I felt like when I walked through the door, it gave me that extra boost and confidence that even if you not rocking with me, guess what? I'm rocking with myself. And that's what you have to have. You have to have that show upness for your own self, right?
Right.
You have to give your own self because you're gonna have people, no matter how you look at it, how much they say your friends, family, loved ones, you're gonna still have somebody that is a naysayer towards whatever you got going on. It could be the most prestigious thing in the world, but because it's you, it goes back because it's you.
Yeah.
And so yeah, winning the crown, it allowed me to open doors, but it also taught me to keep negativity out my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
You had to learn. You had to learn.
Got to.
And sometimes you got to learn your new circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your old circle just ain't rocking no more.
Right.
You have to. But I always say, even in that, you were blessed in the season that God allowed them to be there. Like sometimes we see people, and I will say all of those that have been released, all of those that have fallen off, whatever the case may be, I thank God for the time that you served. In my life, the time that He allowed you to be there, because either I grew from it, I was connected to somebody that I still have a relationship with, or all of the things. And so it's just growth, and sometimes growth hurts, but it's necessary.
It does.
Right?
Can be lonely.
Right. Yeah, it's necessary. Sometimes I was in the holding tank for about 2.5 years. I tell you now, I look at it, I'm like, that was the best holding tank that I was in. The new.
Yeah.
Like Ty say, the new everything.
Everything new.
Everything new. And I love it. So Michelle, you are getting ready to relaunch, I should say. Something on March the 1st. And we're not even gonna go into everything. Why? Because we need you to follow Michelle. We need you to see what's getting ready to take place on March the 1st. It's going to be truly exciting. But also we want to make sure that you connect with her in regards to what she's getting ready to launch March the 1st. I was going to have her to share, but now y'all need to know. So follow her to find out what's getting ready to pop on March the 1st. So Michelle, let everybody know how they can follow you, stay connected, the show, if they want to be guests on your show, how do they connect as well before we get out of here?
Yeah, so you can find me on my personal page, Michelle D. Saxton, on my Instagram, msaxton1, on TikTok. I'm very seldom there, but you can still find me, Dr. MDS. You can find me there. If you're wanting to be on the show, for sure, we are looking for people to tell their stories, how God allowed you to make it over in your adversities. Monday nights at 7 on Missing in Action Grief Support. This is my Monday night segment where you are able to come in and express those things that has caused you grief, anxiety, and depression, and God allowed you to come over. We have tapings, and I've cut back because I'm trying to focus on my new project,
Go ahead. You can say it.
And so I'm trying to make that a priority right now. So quarterly, we're doing our media for Mia's, the Now What show with Mia. So you can be a guest for our entrepreneurs, people who are now surviving and thriving. So you can catch me on any one of those platforms. Again, Michelle Demetra Saxton on Facebook, M Saxton1 on Instagram. And just give us a call or DM me, not with no foolishness.
No foolishness.
Look at her eye.
Stay out my box with that mess.
Yeah, not with no foolishness.
Right.
But if you wanting to be a part of the show, definitely give us a call and we'll be so glad to arrange that. And because we need to hear everybody's stories, even if it's the same thing that you are doing in life, everybody have a different layer, a different flavor. And guess what? We want to see how you were able to navigate through that thing and become a better self.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so we thank you so much for sharing and for being that support system that a lot of people need in that particular area, and utilizing your platform for people to openly express during their healing journey. So we're excited. But Michelle has something exciting that she is relaunching on March the 1st as a African-American woman, being able, so business owners, if you are in corporate America, even if you are an employee, or if you have a business, we definitely want you to stay connected to her because of what she's getting ready to launch. We need to be in support of each other. And the only way that we can do that is if we understand the value of business and an ecosystem of having those partnerships. And so we want you to stay connected to her. Something is launching on March the 1st. So we're going to put the information in the chat after the show so that you can follow her, so that you can make sure that you are one of the first to be able to see what's taking place. All right, we got some events that's coming up. We got first Miss Rebecca. So we're going to let Miss Unmute share what's taking place on March the 7th.
Hey, look at that fly. Look at that fly.
Baby, that's beautiful.
Yes. I announced them yesterday when I posted the group that I have 2 general admission tickets that somebody sponsored. I want to give it to a DFW person, 1 woman and 1 man. All you have to do, if you watch the replay or if you own now, just comment how you plan to unmute yourself in 2026. I'm going to pick one of those people and I'm going to invite you out to the brunch. So yes, the brunch is next week. It's 11:30 in Dallas, Texas. We are going to eat good. We're going to pour. We're going to network. We're going to fellowship. We're going to love on one another. The men are welcome. Y'all come out, have a good time, get your tickets. Tickets will be cut off this weekend. My caterer said no more. So this weekend, I will not be selling. After this weekend, I will not sell any more tickets. So if you are coming, get your ticket. If you're somebody that wants to take advantage of the sponsor ticket, just follow the instructions and comment in our live how you plan to unmute yourself in 2026.
All right, that's March the 7th next week. And then we got Miss Kim.
Listen, I'm coming to Dallas for the food. She keep putting that emphasis on the food. Y'all know I like to eat. But listen, well, I got coming up March the 21st, the Spring Experience at the 5751 Greenhouse. There's going to be some amazing vendors. Lots of resources, great shopping, great vibes, special treats while supplies last. Me and you are invited. Bring your family. It's going to be from 11 to 2. It's free to the public. Invite. Come on out. If you don't want to buy anything, just come out and give Miss Kim a hug.
I'm going to say this before the show ends, if you don't mind. Mika, I really want to thank you all and the ladies on the Morning Tea Show. And when I say that, Mika, you should know my heart by now. I always tell you I keep myself teachable, even at 57 years old, because we don't know everything. Right. So when I look at you ladies and I see all the works that you are doing, it really inspires me to get out my lazy and my procrastination era. And the reason why I use the word procrastination, I always say when we procrastinate, there's nothing but a soft lie. Okay. So sometimes in my procrastination, I'm looking at that as a soft lie. But I remember that when you surround yourselves in those areas of people who are encouraging each other, who are doing it, and even if they've fallen, they found their way to get back up with the help of perhaps somebody's fixing their crown. And they didn't lie in they woe is me. So when I see that even all of us have our stories that before we even gotten here, it was the back office, Mika.
That back office.
It was the back office of our life that people really don't know about. That made us who we are today. We had to tighten up. We had to rearrange. We had to implement something new. We had to delete something in order for what we are now trying to portray to our audience, who we are and where we're trying to go. So I really want to thank you all, and just know I pull nuggets and ideas because we all, and not copying. It is a difference of being inspired and jealousy. I'm in the inspiration lane. So again, I just try to tell you I'm very inspired by you ladies, and you all keep on going.
Thank you. That's reassurance. And you know, every once in a while you need that. You need nothing that we're doing that, but you want reassurance. You want to know that, especially when you are doing God's work. I listen, none of it is for me. None of it is for me. So when you really are relying on God to order your steps and the things that you're doing with a pure heart, that allows you to know that you are right where God wants you to be. You are doing exactly what God wants you to do. So I thank you. We thank you for sharing that with us, because that's all we want to do is inspire, motivate, encourage, uplift. Hey, you can do this too. And if you do it better than me, great. I'm proud and be happy for you just as much as I'm happy for me. But if I inspired you to get up, if we inspired you to get up and say, you know what? I don't want to sit down today. I want to grow. Whatever growth looks like for you on a day to day, it can be, I'm gonna make 2 outgoing phone calls today to see what can take place. You never know the door that's gonna open, and that's why Michelle knows it, Rebecca knows it, Kim know it, I know it, and those who have ever been in a coaching class from me know it. You gotta be in the room. You gotta show up. You gotta show up. You sitting at home or just wanting to be in the circle that you know, you are never gonna grow to the capacity to where you are wanting to be, because you're closed off. You're not opening your heart. You're not opening up your hand to be able to sow and pour into other people. You just sitting there and you have the expectation that God is just gonna drop it in your lap. No,
it don't work like that.
It does not work like that. So show up and get a circle of influence. Get a good, close-knit circle of influence that's going to lift you up, fix your crown. Say, you know what? You slacking. You tripping. Kim, no. No, sis, that wasn't it today.
Yeah.
All of you like, no, that wasn't it. Go on.
That ain't true.
Yeah, redo it. That ain't true. That's me. I want you to polish me. Shine me up. We're gonna do that. So I appreciate you. We appreciate you not only for being here today and sharing your gifts and your light here on earth, but also sharing that we are doing what God wants us to do, and we are so grateful.
Kim, I want to give a shout out to Star Bright. If you see our new logo shirts, Star Bright did our shirts, and we want to thank her. And guess what? This is a part of our excellence. This is just the laid back. This probably is my Friday look. But with your Savvy Courier service, you're going to get the best, whether it's a shirt and a jacket or whatever. But it's for pure excellence from head to toe and service. So this
I love it. So you got that from a vendor from the Holiday Experience, hosted by Powerhouse by KP. That connections. I love it, people. Y'all better get in the room.
Get in the room. Well, thank y'all so much. We are going to share all of the information in the comments. Remember, for those of you who are in the DFW area, there is an expectation, if you want to be in the room at the brunch on next week, to follow the instructions that Rebecca did, share with us towards the end of the show. If you know somebody that's in the DFW, tag them. If you caught this show in the middle, make sure that you go to the end, because there's some instructions if you want to be in the room on March the 7th, as well as the instructions on how to follow Michelle, what she has coming up, the event that Kim have. I'm resting and showing up. I did my event last week. And I'm just supporting the people. But I will be, by the grace of God and the love of the people, I will be the MC at the brunch on next week. And y'all thought last week was lit. Last year was lit. We going up 26. We staying lit in 26.
That's a blessing. So
So y'all have an amazing day. We'll be back next week. Same place, same time, same location right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show with your girl, Miss Diamond.
Your girl, Miss Unmute.
And I'm your favorite Miss Kim. Love y'all. Be kind.
All right. Have an amazing Wednesday. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.